Hello everyone, welcome back to When Saturdays Come with me, Dry Bry. Trust you've all had a good weekend. Bits of news coming out of Bramall Lane today regarding pre-season. I thought I'd come on and give you a bit of an update and just discuss what you think, what's happened pre-season so far. Main news is that Danny Hall and Sheffield Star put out something today from the club that they're going to be playing two more pre-season friendlies. One abroad, which is this week, and one a Premiership club over the weekend. Both are going to be behind closed doors. Contrary to what we thought was going to happen back, I think it was going to be in Austria or something, Al Nassr and all that. That doesn't seem to be happening for logistic reasons and all the rest of it. The other bit of news was the tribute game for George Baldock with Panathinaikos. That's been cancelled for now because they're in Europa League, so I guess that will happen at a later stage for George. And rightly so, they definitely should be doing that, and I'm sure both clubs will come to some kind of an agreement in the not too distant future. But yeah, I feel that's right. I think the Blaze do need a couple of more pre-season games to get up to speed. I don't think they're quite ready yet. No disrespect to the teams that we've already played, at York and Rotherham, Burton and Chesterfield. The club needs a bigger test. I can understand why they played these games as before. It's getting miles into the players' legs, getting the fitness up to speed, working on the tactics and formation, trying different players in different positions and things like that. I said to a couple of people over the weekend about Owen Hampson playing in a sort of a central midfield role, different to what he played in the under-21s, on the right-hand side of midfield. So he's obviously trying him out there, see how he fits in that new role. I mean, he's trying Sasanukas out as well at centre-back, has given him opportunities as well as Ryan O'Neill as well. And he's been playing Caceres and Akaki. Both have played as well, both scored at weekend, of course. Louis Barry made his debut at Chesterfield, who played on the first two goals. I mean, it's really interesting. If I'm going to give it, if you give him a mark out of 10 or something, you perhaps give it a 7 or something, but that's purely because, on the opposition and the way they played and dismantled them. But, when it comes to Championship, it's going to be a different ball game altogether, isn't it? Different gravy altogether. We're not going to get the space and freedom to play as we have been doing in these games, in the pre-season games. It's easy on the eye to watch. I get the intensity and the closing down and the press, which has been very, very good at this level. But, it's a bit different to Chris Wilder's team when we used to sit back a little bit and allow teams to come on to us. Not all the time, to be fair. I'm not going to come on here and criticise Chris. No chance about that. But what I'm saying is the two different teams' a way of playing. And the thing is that whoever we play, whether it's Southampton, Ipswich and all the rest of it, they're going to be different gravy to the teams that we've been playing recently. So, the squad-wise, I'm still convinced we need a couple more players. Definitely a central defender and definitely a forward. I know there's, obviously, Samare is waiting for his visa to come in and perhaps one other player, we're looking at a minute and stuff like that. There's been talk about this guy, Ant-Man. Rangers are sort of in for him at the minute, seem to be front runners. It's about £5 million. I mean, Oliver Ant-Man, yeah, he's a good player, but as I understand it, we've not put an offer in yet. I mean, I don't think unless we're going to come in with a late offer and just see what happens, I don't know. I think we're obviously looking at him. There's been a lot of talk about him, speculation about him. People I've been talking to said haven't put an offer in. So doesn't mean to say that we won't. I think the money's available to buy him around £5 million. Use some of the Vinny Souza money to free it up to sign him up. But I still think we're looking at the loan market as well. The players that we've got, certainly I think, if you look at the squad as it is now, I'm looking at, I've wrote a load of names down, and you tell me what you think about it. I'm intrigued to know what you think about it. I mean, these players to me could end up going out on loan, like Lukaku, Casares, Marche, Goin Hampson, Pelendikov, Gerbic, Faxon, Curtis. Any of those or half of those players could easily go out on loan, and they might need to do that to get some, proper football games into the bodies, into their legs, and they need to do that. I mean, Faxon, I'd keep him. To be honest with you, I'd keep him in squad and just unload Gerbic somewhere. But nobody seems to be coming in for him at this conjuncture, do they? I mean, I know there's a couple of weeks left, and I know we've got irons in the fire and all the rest of it, but we could end up being top heavy, if you like, if they didn't go out on loan or get rid or sell a couple or whatever. If we bring in a couple more in as well, it will end up being a big squad with what we're going to do with them all. And we've got Shackleton to come back, Tom Davies to come back, we've got Blaster to come back. So, sooner or later, we're going to have to sort of make these decisions, aren't we? Over a period of time. I mean, we've got 4 keepers in, like Coops and Davies and Faxon and Gerbic. So you've got any 2 from 4 there. Take your pick on that. In defenders, you've got McCallum, Burrows, Sariki, Shacks, Pelendikov, Curtis. They're doing the fullbacks role. Then you've got Anel, Robbo, R&D, Tyler Binden, Sasanukas for defenders. That's why I think we still think a little bit short for a central defender. I think we need one other to come in. And we overloaded in midfield players at the minute, and when they all fit, like Blaster, Hamer, Aware, Owen Hampson, Marche, Davies, Caceres, Brooks, Peck, Samare. There's a lot of midfielders in there, so they all can't play. I get we need a strong squad in case we get injuries or disciplinary problems and stuff like that. So I think we're fine there. If we get the players that we want to come in and Samari signs, and that should be enough. And up front we've got Moore, Campbell, Cannon, One, Barry, and Lukaku. And I just think we need one more there. I really do, with the potential that Moore could go out. Whether that's still ongoing with Wrexham, I have no idea. But I mean, he wasn't used on Saturday. He did travel, but he wasn't used on the subs bench or anything like that. So that, to me, sometimes they don't want him to get injured if they're moving out. So potentially that could be on the cards, but we'll wait and see on that. But that's my sort of brief on pre-season so far. We've still got a couple more to go, a couple more games to go now, and I'd love to know what your opinions are so far. I mean, I like to see them play like they are playing. They're playing with handbrake off, and Louis and Ruben Sayers were saying, he wants the team to play for 90 minutes with this intensity. To me, I don't think they're anywhere near that yet, because they've been playing 70 minutes and they've been rotating it round with the squad numbers, which is a fair thing to do, and he's been making substitutions after 70 minutes. That's not 90 minutes, obviously. So how are they going to get up to speed to play with that intensity over a 90-minute period? And this is where the squad numbers are going to have to be really good for people to come on after 70 minutes. We do start playing in Championship, so it's going to be quite a thing for Ellis to work out, isn't it? I mean, I just don't. I wouldn't know at this conjuncture what would my first team be. I know what my goalkeeper would be, 100%. I know what my left back would be, 100%. I know what my right back would be, 100%, like Sariki. Or and would you play Robbo or would you play Tyler Binden? Tyler Binden's gone under radar and he's played very well in the pre-season games that he's come in. He's done nothing wrong whatsoever. Robbo's not fit at the minute. He's got an ankle injury or whatever he's got. So would you be tempted to start with Tyler Binden, or would you be prepared to play start off with Anel and Robbo at the beginning of the season. It's out there, isn't it? I think I would play Tyler Bindon and Anel. To be fair, who we plays at right back, it would be probably be Sariki, but Palendikov, he's coming in, but he's only 18. He's only an 18-year-old, isn't he? So he's still got a bit to do yet to prove a point. Left back is going to be Burrows or McCallum. I guess it could be Burrows anyway, to be fair on that. And in midfield, who's he going to play? I mean, it's going to be very interesting if he signs Samari. You know, you've got Brooksy, you've got Pecky, you've got Plasty, you've got Hamer, you've got O'Hare, and you've got Louis Barry on left. So you can pair any 3 or 4 from the 5 there. So I think it's quite fairly strong there once Samari gets his visa and comes in. Up front, One has done nothing wrong. I said hopefully there'll be one of the kids that come through have a breakthrough season. At this point, Ryan One's done himself no harm whatsoever. He's banging form. He could have scored again on Saturday. He hit the post. Louis Barry, I think he's going to be a definite starter. We've already seen what he can do, but he needs to build up his fitness as well, doesn't he? Ukaki, I quite like him down right hand side. He's got plenty of speed, hasn't he? I don't think he'll get a starting spot in front of Brooksy, if I'm honest. Do you start with Cannon? Do you start with? I think Campbell's a cert. Who do you play with Campbell up front? It's either One or Cannon. If Moore decides to move on, then we need to bring somebody else in. So that'd be another interesting scenario. So I just think at this moment, overall, the pre-season's gone pretty well. I don't think Ruben Sayers knows his first 11 yet. I said earlier on a few weeks ago that we need to get off to a good start. That's to get a crowd on side. But I just think it'll be a little bit of a slow burner because new system they're playing. They've got to get it right. They've got to do tactically. They've got to get it right. They've got to get it spot on. It might take a couple of weeks for it to start clicking, if you like, to get it into place. You know, for the team to click and start playing how Ruben Sayers wants it for 90 minutes of intensity football. So we'll wait and see on that. Just one thing I want to say on Gus Hamer on transfers. I said a few weeks ago that he's settled in Sheffield. He's not going anywhere as far as I'm concerned and people I've talked to. Unless there's a massive offer comes in for Gus Hamer, he ain't going anywhere. Why would he? As I understand it, he's not keen on a move. He's not asked for a move. Nobody's... obviously, the people come in and they make inquiries and they might put a fee in. But as far as I know, there's nothing, on what I've been told, nowhere near the fee that we'd accept for him anyway. And he's happy in Sheffield. So he'll not be, as far as I'm concerned, he's not going anywhere and unless a massive offer comes in for him. As is with others as well. It'll be very interesting to see what happens. They've got a couple more weeks to go, a couple more weeks before the season starts. I'd like to think we want him by next week on Saturday, so we can start and have a settled squad together. And the people who are going out will go out on loan or sales or whatever it is. But we'll see what happens. But I'd love to know what your thoughts are on that, what your thoughts are on the pre-season so far, and what you think Ruben Sayers' team and way they're playing. To me personally, I think it's going to be an interesting season again. I think it's not going to be a boring one. It could certainly be a roller coaster as always. And we're always going to be capable of scoring goals. And I do think at this conjuncture, we're capable of conceding as well. Because I don't think we've got enough strength at back. But that's just my opinion. You can let me know what you think about that. So thanks for watching. Please put your comments in below. If I've got any more updates, I'm sure there might be something that'll come out this week on the visas front with Samari and whoever else is coming in, and we'll just see what happens if we are going to make an offer on the Ant-Man. Great name, by the way, that Oliver Ant-Man. What a great name that is. Get a chant going for that. But so yeah, I'll speak to you soon. Thanks for watching. As always, I really appreciate it. And please like and subscribe. And I'll chat to you again if there's any more updates to come out from Bramall Lane. Up the plates.